happening? My name is Dr. Clarence and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top trending topics, broadcasting live and direct from Zimbabwe, Africa. What is happening? What's up, wherever you are watching us from, ladies and gentlemen, on the 28th of February, the last day of the month of February. Now, did you know that the year ends in the month of February, as in the planetary year ends in the month of February? That is when we see all the planets align. Anyways, we'll get more into that towards the end of this video. Right about now, what do I want to be talking about? We're seeing a whole lot of things happening in the nation of Zimbabwe, fellow Zimbabweans.
Can you be persuaded, and will you be?
Now, fellow Zimbabweans, panapa and slowing nyautaurisa panapa. Insider. But do you see what is happening here? These cars are said to have been en route to the nation of Zimbabwe. Dzapiswa kusouth Africa. Road. Is something cooking, or this is an isolated incident? Those watching us, you can write what you think in the comment section right now. And throwing out taurisa panapa. And throwing out taurisa, right? Nozetu mwewedu hama yedu akavarirwa arimo mukatu isati varirwe zvedu. But I'm throwing out taurisa because nyaya yachuna right now is very sensitive. Now we're seeing a war veteran, one of the war vet boss, Douglas Mahiya, is rumored to have been arrested. Is rumored to have been arrested. We see no media house has reported on this. So far, we just call it speculation that Mahiya has been arrested. He has been arrested for what? What did he do? And what does this mean? Remember, Mahiya is one of the guys who were speaking for ZANU PF against Comrade Bombshell Geza.
Ndiyo inguwa ya Tatosvika aishanduki. Asikuti tinyasonzwe nekunyasowana kubva pane zvandinazvo. Ndoda kuti mundidairewo. Tina vamwe ndikutoona ndichitoona izvo. Ari muno ukata slogan adairi aka.
Remember munautara speech Antonzi muwavet muno mukuru yeye. Chera imunzwe speech yacho.
ukati ngatisumudze heti anaye musoro haasumudzi handichambozivi kuti saka kuregera kusumudza kwake kuti heti yakurema here kana kuti haadi here kana kuti akatsamwa here kana kuti atumwa here handichazivi. Pamberi neZanu PF, pamberi neChiwenga, pamberi nekomwe President Idi Mnangagwa.
Igore rino 2025, 45 years after independence. Masas etoi vava ni wakuru manjava. To development ya tora yema slogan yema kadi henyu. Kuti akadzidzisa mwana kuti makadi henyu maita basa, adzidzisa mwana tsika dzakanaka stereki. That's why maZimbabweans tichisara, because chatinogona kudzidzisa vana kuti mamuka sei, maswera sei, nemaita basa.
Ndiyo inguwa yatatosvika iyi aishanduki, asi kuti tinyasonzwa.
Rega ndimusiye uyo.
Their family members.
So that is Mahiya there. So we see him here. Natungwarara. This guy got a tender. You could drill a malbo 15,000. I calculated the amounts yesterday. Mariyo inoshika kuma 700 million. More than half a billion fellow Zimbabweans.
Their family members, for example, who are probably in terms of clout stronger than the president himself as reference points. If they utter something, if they say something, it is as good as the president himself speaking. And I think we probably are at that juncture now in our history having repeated itself so quickly in 7 years, to the extent that we are witnessing that which we thought we were rescuing the country from 7 years ago through Operation Restore Legacy, repeating itself in 2025 with such precision and clockwork accuracy.
That is Zimbabwe former Minister of Tourism, Mota Dzema
Their family members, for example, who are probably in terms of clout.
Pakapinda wakomana neku Mota Dzema akabva manyiswa kuenda pa South Africa apapa. So we see him there speaking in an insightful speech there, like cinema young menekutakataura zvinoita the president himself ataura, you know, that type of thought policing. Good boy, right? Chiwuni chitoe is what we are having. Anyways,
can you be persuaded, and will you be persuaded?
That is ED. After, for the last time, I meet with journalists speaking on the 2030. Chikanzi, I'm so persuaded. Will you not be persuaded?
Can you be persuaded, and will you be persuaded to serve beyond 2028?
I'll persuade the persuaders, not to persuade me.
Ganzi, I will persuade the persuaders not to persuade me. Rhyming with one word, persuade. Ganzi, okay. Now we see ED is somewhere in Africa. Now we see him leaving the nation of Zimbabwe. But when we see him leaving the nation of Zimbabwe, take a look at the two images showing on the screen right now. That is him walking down the aisle yokukwira mndege. Climbing the red stairs in the Air Zimbabwe. Then we go to moments before. Remember in Bulawayo, we saw him na Chiwenga. Chiwenga bows to ED and ED bows back. But no zona Chiwenga anozo katowa speech. Now we're seeing this one here. Then we're seeing Kembo Mohadi there, not feeling so good. And the person who is standing on the side of Kembo Mohadi looks like a relative. Kembo Mohadi. They look almost similar. Or maybe I'm just noting things that are not there. Then we see Jennifer Muswere, Minister of Information, is there on the picture. Of course, he has to be there, accompanying the president. But it seems what Mota Dzema was saying is really becoming true. So we see him in Chiwenga there in good spirits together. Let us notice something again. Remember, the shades they were wearing Bulawayo. Let me zoom in. We see these glasses shades. Right. We see this straight kaya happened kumashure. The Jewish type. Then IED foot. Same. And a purplish tone. We saw them. Nima glass akafanana. Bulawayo. These guys, what are they planning? Then we see Kembo Mohadi not feeling so well. He is also there in the picture. So we see ZANU-PF supporters posting on social media saying that ED and Chiwenga are very tight, like Hameno's business. Nothing will come between them. Anyways, inyaya of topic jayo. Haisirio nyaya ye 2030 yekuti president nemunu wake waka appointer vanowirirana.
Obviously,
now on Blessed Mshanga, we see Trevor Ncube, who is the owner of the presser publishing house that Blessed Mshanga works for. He has an insight here, an eye-opening insight. He says, "Wakati kusunga inini because I am the owner of the publishing house. The liability comes to me."
it was to be expected. It's no surprise at all. I think the surprise would have been if we'd gotten a sense that the court had seriously applied themselves to the case that has been brought before them. It's saddening, it's heartbreaking, but that is what it is in terms of the selective application of the law in our country. Criminals are let to go scot-free. The innocent and the weak are subjected to the law in a selective kind of manner. We are confident that in due time, Blessed is going to be allowed to enjoy the freedom that all of us are currently enjoying. I think fundamentally important is the fact that there wasn't any indication that the court realizes that you're dealing with freedom of expression and press freedom, and that Blessed did not say any of the stuff that he is alleged to have said. I mean, and Blessed is not HSTV. Blessed is not AMH. He's just a journalist practicing his profession, which is constitutionally protected, just like you guys are doing here, broadcasting to the public at home. You can't be accused of inciting the public for broadcasting what I'm saying right now. I am the one who should be are brought before the courts, not the journalists who transmit the information. So I'm disappointed in that regard. But this is the reality that we are in right now. Unfortunately, President Mnangagwa owns the courts. They have said they own the military, they own the police, they will do as they please. We will continue, I'm sure the lawyers will do what is right, but what we saw happening today is not fair, it is not justice, and our constitution does not support what has just taken place here. Thank you, good people.
But is it safe now for journalists to interview someone who speaks against the regime?
Well, I think it's clear to me that all of you, under the current circumstances, having seen what you've seen out there, you do this job at your own risk, because the court is not going to protect you. The court is going to side with the regime rather than the journalists who are doing this on behalf of the public. You're not doing this for yourselves. You're doing this on behalf of the public. Your role is to inform the public. You are conveyor belts in a way. Of course, you're supposed to come in and control the quality of what you broadcast. But what we saw happening today says none of you is safe, because you are they will come for you for what you've written. They will come for you for what you've broadcast. But should that make us afraid? No, it should not make us afraid. We should still continue to do what is right by law, what is right by our constitution, and what the public expects us to do.
What does this mean in terms of the reflection on the country, on the profession?
Very bad. So what is important to realize is the link between business and the application of the law in a manner that is transparent, in a manner that shows that there's fairness, that there's justice, in a manner that gives confidence to those. Obviously, it was to be expected. It's no surprise at all. I think the surprise would have been if we'd gotten a sense that the court had seriously applied themselves to the case that has been brought before them. It's saddening, it's heartbreaking, but that is what it is in terms of the selective application.
All right, my network had dropped there. My network had dropped there. Okay. I just wanted to search for a certain phrase on google.com. Let me just put it on the screen there. This is concerning Blessed Mhlanga and Comrade Geza. What is political speech? What is a political speech? Remember, there is something called politics. In entertainment, kuna sports, kuna movies, kuna action, kuna TV show, kuna wrestling, kuna quiz show, things like that. Kuna educational, kuna advert. Siana. Right? When people speak, they speak different things. Now, politics speech. What makes a speech political? Discussions about a possible course of action, which are contentious and contested, and about which people might reasonably disagree. right? Political speech. Then we see in the United States, political speech receives more protection than certain other categories of speech, most prominently commercial speech or sexual speech. Right? Politics is about politics, it's about politicking. It is exactly that, it's about standing and politicking. It's about discourse, it's about debate, it's about argument. It's about disagreeing with what you don't agree with. That is politics. So, a person can be a politician, can be political. Right? A political speech speaks of a way forward to persuade rather than to entertain, aiming to convince. That is what a political speech is. Then there is something that is called politicking or political rhetoric. Political rhetoric is not politicians. Strategies used to construct persuasive arguments in formal public debate. That is political rhetoric. Kutake kunyepa, kuvara so. A cover letter or a social media post. It's an art. The art of speaking to convince people like I have a dream. So that is politics. It falls under politics. And the politics is not governed by any law. Politics is there for the purpose of politics. A politician, let them politic. Me, I'm a politician. Me, I'm a philosopher. I'm a thinker. I'm a free spirit. I speak my mind.